So, hello everyone. I'm Shwet Tiwari. I'll be your sergeant at arms for the day, and I welcome everyone to the 149th sessions of the Toast SoundBytes Toastmasters. So, today we also have John from our buddy club, Shall We Talk? Welcome, John, to the 149th session. So, there are a few rules and regulations that we go by, and I would like to introduce those rules to everyone. First is I would like everyone to turn on their camera for the whole duration of the meeting. And the second one would be if you are not speaking and it's not your turn to speak, please keep your mic on mute. Third one, not so hard and fast. Please keep your comments, your speeches, and whatever you speak during the table topic sessions, please keep on your mind that someone might get offended. So please, we don't refrain anyone from talking on any specific topic, but please be considerate towards others when you are talking on any sensitive topic. So that would be the rules. Thank you. And now let me introduce you to an avid learner and an ever enthusiastic person, our president, Sharath. I hand over the meeting to Sharath.
Thank you so much, Shwet, for your lovely introduction, and thanks everybody for joining our session. And special thanks to those who are in person here. Thanks for taking out your precious time from your busy days and attending our sessions. And with that, I officially open and welcome all of you to our 149th session of our Soundbites Toastmasters Club. I'd just like to first start by quickly reading out our mission statement of the club. So the mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment where every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. And with that, I'll move on quickly to today's theme, which says those were the days, right? So the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about those were the days is the childhood, of course. And there were some very good childhood fond memories that I still, there are so many, I can write a book, but just a couple of quick childhood fond memories I would like to share here on this beautiful theme is, so I'm basically from this beautiful small village town called Wayanad, and we have coffee plantations there, and we are also into paddy field farming. So that means whenever there is coffee season, we used to have so many stacks of coffee that is like almost 2 floor height if you stack it up, right? And we because we have paddy field, we had cattle, and also we used to have this haystack. Have you seen haystack? How big the haystacks would be? So I have two sisters. My elder sister and me, we are just 2 year difference. When we were very small, we still used to love climbing all that haystack, climbing the sacks of coffee. Though it has some risk involved because you fall from a 1 floor, 2 floor height. Being a kid, of course, it's definitely going to be injurious. But we never. Who used to listen? And then, have you, anybody of you climbed a haystack before? Yeah. What is one of the problems when you climb haystack and then you come down?
So after coming down, suddenly you will get some splinters and all, and you get very itchy.
Itchy, yeah, exactly. So most of the time, those days will be in shorts, and then imagine climbing from the haystack. We have a lot of fun, slide down, and then like itching everywhere. And then mom is like, "Dude, I know you climbed the haystack now. There is no escape from that. At least in the coffee sack, you can escape from that because there's no side effect, or you can because it will be inside the sack." But in the haystack, you'll get scolded, but still she used to laugh. She knows that we had a great time. She just used to say, "Hey, be careful." So that's one fond memory of my childhood days that I was just reminiscing. So I would like to reminisce here today. And with that, we can move on for today's session. And we, as a Toastmaster of the day, today we have Pranali with us to quickly introduce Pranali in her own words. She says, I find joy in my own company, and even more when I am surrounded by creative minds. And then one of her fond childhood memory that she shared is she used to love receiving this 1 rupee coin or 5 rupee coins from either her grandparents or from her relatives or cousins, mostly for being a good for good behavior, right? It's a positive reinforcement. But rather than money, it was always about the love and the fond memory. And she always used to feel the richest person in the world, even when used to get just 1 rupee or 5 rupees. So that is the brilliance of love and affection. It has more value than actual monetary value. So she says it was not about the money, it was about the love, joy, and feeling that even the smallest rewards could make one's world shine brighter. That's really well said. And with that, over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Pranali, to take this forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharad. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me start today's meeting with a small time travel experiment. Let's just all close our eyes for a second. Really close your eyes. Now think of yourself as a kid or as a child. No deadlines, no Monday blues, and no traffic. Just crayons in your hand, school tiffin box, and outdoor games. Silly fights with your siblings, and those evenings when happiness meant having extra 10 rupee note to buy a candy or having an extra time to play with your friends. Yeah, open your eyes, guys. Welcome back. Didn't that feel good already? That exactly what today's theme is all about. Those were the days. Childhood is one of the period where losing meant crying for 5 minutes and winning meant smiling for the whole day. Where friendship wasn't about LinkedIn connection, but about sharing single dairy milk with five of your friends. That's what I did during my childhood, at least. Where the biggest stress was, will mom find out that I didn't finish my work, or will mom find out that I'm trying to act that I'm not, that I'm ill, right? So these small moments are proof that we all carry a child inside us, waiting to smile at that smallest joy. And today, as we go through the session, I want each of us to reconnect with that inner child within us and feel free to share our memories when you get a chance. So buckle up, everyone. We are about to take a joyful ride back in the time to our sweet, innocent, and fun-filled childhood days back. So yeah. So agenda for today is our session will be divided into three sections. First, we'll have our speeches, and then we'll have our impromptu table topic session, and then we'll move to our evaluation section. Yeah. So with that, I'll like to introduce Gaurav as our evaluator to evaluate speech of Avinash. So I would like to introduce him as he is known for his ever-present smile and warm greeting. Gaurav here today as our speech evaluator, ready to make us smile with his feedback too. Please join me in to welcome him. And I request you, Toastmaster Gaurav, to please explain about your role and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. Very good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm evaluating Toastmaster Agnash's speech, and his speech objective is in this particular project. Remember to deliver a speech with the awareness of intentional and unintentional body languages, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how they use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So this is the speech objective, and I'm going to evaluate his speech based on these parameters. So at the end of the meeting, whenever I will be called, I will deliver my report. All the best, Avinash.
Thank you so much, Gaurav, Toastmaster Gaurav. Now, I would like to introduce someone who is multi-talented, who is like if Toastmaster had a superhero, Sharath would be one of them, the multi-man. Whenever there is a gap, he steps in. Whenever there is pressure, he stays calm. Today, he is stepping in yet into another role, proving once again that he does it all with grace. Let's welcome Sharath as an evaluator for Rajan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharath.
Thank you, Pranali, for the very kind introduction. Today, my role as a speech evaluator, I'll be evaluating L3P1 speech of Rajan. The objective of Rajan's speech today is for the member to introduce or review basic presentation software strategies for creating and using slides to support or enhance a speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate the understanding of how to use presentation software, including creation of slides and incorporating the technology into a speech. When called upon, I will be presenting my speech evaluation report and wish you all the very best, Rajan, for your speech today. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharath. So, as I already mentioned, Sharath is someone who is multi-man. So, I would like to again welcome him as our timer for today's session. I request you, Sharath, to please guide us with all the signals. Yeah, over to you, Sharath.
Thank you, Pranali. So, of course, yeah, I have to do multiple roles today, and I enjoy sometimes doing this because it teaches a lot on how to multitask as well, which normally boys I think are not so good at. Anyways, coming to the timer role for today. Today's my role as timer is to monitor time of prepared speeches of table topic segments and evaluation. Coming to the prepared speech first, the time for prepared speech is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. I'll show it to the screen as well, and if it is in person here as well. And at 6 minutes, I'll be showing yellow, and at 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. And of course, we have a grace period of maximum 30 seconds. And coming to the table topics, it is for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green, 1.5 minutes yellow, and at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red, and I'll keep flashing red till the speaker is done speaking. And coming quickly to the evaluation is for 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green, and at 2.5 minutes, the yellow, and at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red, and I'll keep flashing red till the person finish speaking. And when called upon, I'll be presenting my timer report. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Sharath. Uh, Now let's welcome John, who is from our buddy club, who have taken up the role of our counter and had completed our whole team. So yeah, I welcome you, John. And could you please explain your role and responsibilities? Over to you, Toastmaster John.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pranali. A warm welcome to everyone and a very good day. Today, I will be playing the role of our counter to check on the filler words, usage of filler words, because majorly our mother tongue is not, or the native language is not English. So predominantly we use these filler words to, when we start thinking of the sentences or formulate the sentences in our mind, in our native language, and then try to replicate it or translate it to English. So these are filler words like like, yeah. So these could be many of these words. So I would have a look into what kind of usage of words are predominant in our day-to-day speech, and then I will share the report at the end. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Toastmaster Pranali. Over to you.
Thank you so much, John. So as we had last minute step back from our Toastmaster Harshita, so I'd like to take over the grammarian role and let me just share word of the day. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So today's word of the day, yeah. So I'll be grammarian for today's session, And I'll be introducing you to the word of the day, and I'll check with all the usage of it in during your speech or your like whatever conversation we have throughout this whole session. And even I'll note on any usage of new words. And yeah, at the end of the session, I'll be giving up the reports. So the word of the day is wonderstruck. So it's an adjective which means experiencing a sudden feeling of awe, delight, or wonder. And the usage is he was wonderstruck by America. He was wonderstruck by America. And the word of the day is wonderstruck. I request everyone to please use this during your speeches. And I'll paste this in the chat box too. Looking forward for everyone to use it. Okay, so let's start with the first section of our session, which is the speeches. So for speech, I call upon the stage our first Toastmaster, Avinash. So Avinash is someone who can talk about literally anything, be it science, history, technology, or even the latest food trend. He'll always have something interesting to share. What makes him special is not just the knowledge he has, but his curiosity to learn something new every time. Whether it's picking up a new language or trying out new dishes, he's a reminder that learning never stops. Please join me in welcoming our very own knowledge explorer Avinash, Toastmaster Avinash, and his speech title is "The Freedom to Draw Purple Trees and the Murderer of Mysteries, Masterpieces." Over to you, Toastmaster Avinash. You are on mute, Avinash.
Yeah. Audible? Spell. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. I want you to remember being a child, maybe 5 or 6 years old, with a blank piece of paper and a box of crayons. Do you remember the absolute freedom of it? You drew purple trees and flying elephants with the confidence of a master, not because you were a great artist, but because you had not yet learned to be a harsh critic. You created for the pure joy of making something exist that didn't exist before. But then a voice appears in your head, a critic. We suddenly realize our drawing doesn't look like the perfect image in our mind. The gap between our taste and the skill opens up and for most of us, that's the moment we stop drawing. We become connoisseurs of our own inadequacy. That childhood fear doesn't really go away. As an adult, it becomes the project we keep on a pedestal in our mind. It is the startup that would solve human suffering. It's the artwork that would make the invisible visible. It is the novel that would redefine literature. In our imagination, the work is flawless, a ghost of pure potential that leaves us wonderstruck, haunting us with the impossible beauty. We become curators of imaginary museums, crafting elaborate shrines to our unrealized projects. But here's the harsh truth. The moment you pick up the tool, the moment you type that first word, or paint that first stroke, you must do something terrible. You must murder the first perfect vision that lives in your mind. Creation is not a gentle birth. It is the murder of the impossible in service of the possible. And faced with committing that crime, our brain devises an elegant escape. We call it research, we call it planning. We get busy with everything except the vulnerable act of creating a messy, imperfect reality. So, how do we become brave enough to commit the act. Consider the story of a photography class. A professor divided his students into two groups. The first group, the quantity group. They were graded purely on volume. 100 photos for an A, 90 for a B. Their only job was to shoot a lot. They all, the second group, the quality group, had a different task. They needed to produce a single perfect photograph to get an A. They spent the semester in theoretical purgatory, studying the masters, analyzing ideal composition. At the end of the semester, where do you think all the best photographs came from? Well, they all came from the quantity group. While the quality group became experts on the map, the quantity group was out exploring the territory. They had 100 conversations with light. They had 100 chance to befriend failure. They learned the path to creating one perfect thing runs directly through a graveyard of many imperfect things. Our modern world, with its polished social media feed, shows us the masterpiece, but hides the crime behind the scene. It shows us the that we it that shows us the illusion of excellence. It shows us this illusion is born fully formed, but in reality, mastery requires the privilege of being a beginner, of being bad at something. So I ask you, what masterpiece in your mind are you protecting? What perfect vision are you refusing to murder? Let's reclaim that childhood freedom. Let's be the quantity group. Let's pick up the crayons, the camera, the tools of our trade and get our hands dirty. Be brave enough to face the blank page. Be bold enough to make the imperfect real. The work is waiting. Lower your stakes and begin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Avinash. With your speech, I'm sure you left us all wonderstruck, and I'm sure many of us are now secretly imagining how our own purple trees would look if we could dare to draw them. So, yeah, thank you for that. Now, I'll call upon our next Toastmaster to give his speech. I'll call upon Rajan, who is a true fan of sci-fi and fantasy, always ready for a new story, a new world, or a new adventure. Please welcome Rajan to share his story via speech, and the title for his speech is Peeling the Apple. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajan.
We are just using this time for bringing up the PPT. Just give 1 second. Do we have the keyboard here? Ah, it's there. I'll have to share the screen, right? For others to see it. Okay, is that fine? You are able to see it.
Hi, welcome Toastmasters. So, how many of you have an Apple device with you? Like you use or you have at home? Raise your hands. Okay, one here. I see one, two online. Okay, three people. Thanks. So I might be able to make three enemies today. So peeling the apple. Anybody of you have pets or like pets? One, two. Not from online, folks. Okay, one people, two people. Okay. So everybody know a pet is a companion dog, a dog or an animal that you do not eat generally. A peeve is something that annoys you. So, does anybody get annoyed with this? A dosa, a tasty dosa? Nobody? I have a friend who has a pet peeve that she cannot eat that mustard you see here. So whenever she have those mustard particles, what she does it, she first removes it from the plate, put it aside. When she has sufficient amount put aside, then she starts to eat. Then for the next bite, she does the same. And after removing all the particles, she can only able to eat the dosa or any food. So that was her pet peeve. She can remove her annoyance somehow. She was able to deal with it. For me, the pet peeve is Apple. They are the company. The only difference is I cannot remove Apple from my life. They tend to incorporate in every way with me. They tend to create conflict with me every time, all the time. You will say, okay, why Rajan? Why? What is the issue with the Apple? Okay, the job well done. Steve Jobs revolutionized the world with the iPhone, the magical device, the smartphone that we come to know today, introduced by me. I love it. My favorite thing, my smartphone. But they keep changing how it works. They don't try to make it perfect. But Rajan, nothing is perfect. How can a smartphone be perfect? It's all right. Nothing is perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm an introvert. I don't speak too much in general. But today I will try to change myself. I would say a lot of things about Apple. First of all, do you remember the Apple logo? The first one. Okay. So this was a piece of art they had. And the first slide, if you see the Apple button logo, that is their latest work. It's all right, not everybody cares, but I love it. They changed it. It's okay. They want to move forward with latest vision. And then there's this abomination. That's a Mac Pro. It looks like a cheese grater, and they didn't revolutionize anything. Sure, they have the best processing power. They work really well with Apple ecosystem. But again, heck, what is this? But Rajan, again, you don't say that. Apple is still really good. It works well everywhere. All is fine. What's the deal with you? Okay, again, anybody has this issue? Apple people who are online who raise their hands. Do you think this is true?
Yeah, my friend had this issue.
Because it is true. But why? Why Apple? It's all right. Do you know about Apple pricing? First one, we have a student offer, 59 per month for Apple Music. Second, for individual, that's 190 per month. So there's just half the price. It's all right, you are a student, you cannot pay too much. You pay half, correct? But there is a family pricing. That is for 6 people. 179 for 6 people. This is for one person. Sharat, which one would you buy? Which one would you get?
Family makes
Family,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
You?
I don't have
You don't have. Anyway, suppose if you want to buy, which one would you get?
student one.
Huh? Student one. You're not a student, you cannot buy that. Either this or this. This is your options.
So I'll go for individual.
You go for individual,
You go for the family.
you'll go for family. But you know that maximum 1 or 2 people will use and it will go waste. But again, you will always go with this one. That's called a price ladder. Again, let's try to understand this thing. This is the case with Apple products. We have the example of iPad Basic, Mini, Air, Pro, and then we have Pro 12-inch. With very little enhancement, the price increased from $330 to just about 4 times, that is $1,100. But again, Rajan, I know you are good with finances, you can take care of yourself. Why bother? Apple not doing anything to you. Or don't buy just Apple. Why say anything? The green bubble, blue bubble. Does anybody know about it? Online folks? Okay, 2 people. What? Okay. What is green bubble? Again, when you message an Android user, you will see yourself as blue. And if you get responded from an Android, you will get, I think I'm saying the opposite one, you will get a blue bubble. But not with Apple. Apple always you will see, you are green. Okay, I'm a little bit wrong. But again, hey, you're not using Apple, so why worry? You're an Android user, you won't know this is happening. Okay, yeah, they're doing this for this, but enter the voicemail. Now I'm calling an iPhone person and I see the voicemail. They try to revolutionize the world with their voicemail somehow. I don't know why. Why try to change these things? You can just send me a message. I can send you. But no, they try to enter in my life. Again, try to make me remember about the Apple. Because a lot of things of Apple annoys me. I just cannot say, cannot just say silent. So, yeah, that's all from my side.
Thank you, Rajan, for this speech. I could actually try to connect those things with my iPhone. That okay, like literally I got to know that okay, this green bubble and blue bubble, this theory, I just got to know about it. So thank you for sharing those details with us. So let's move to the next chapter, which is our impromptu speeches. That is the table topics, for which I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Prasang. So he talks about himself like when he's not here practicing speeches, you will often find him on a badminton court or sharpening his mind over a game of chess. He also enjoys working out and, interestingly, is currently on a mission to master a handstand. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Prasang to the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Prasang.
Yeah, just a minute. He's just preparing something here. Sorry. What charger? Just a minute. Say it. I have a charger. You want charger? It's okay. Just to say it. So you can just share. Just say.
My skin is yeah.
It is still.
So just please change the slide.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks Toastmaster the day, Pranali, and sorry for delay. So the today thing is childhood memories, and I think sir talked about it, and I think some people you also talked about the childhood memory, right? So today we are going to talk about that, and as Sir mentioned, like the time for the table topic is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, Sir will show the grade card. At 1.5 minutes, Sir will show the yellow cards, and at 2 minutes, Sir will show the red cards. And after that, you will have a 30-second grace period. So you just make sure that you finish your speech within 2 minutes 30 seconds. So that's the timing for the table topic. So now let's hear about your childhood, right? So who would like to go first? Okay, so we have Gaurav from the offline. So which slide would you like to take from 1 to like 2 to 14? 2. Okay, we can go with the 2. So what is the funniest nickname you were given as a child? That's your topic. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Present, for giving such a wonderful topic. Frankly speaking, I was not having many nicknames as a child, but my grandfather used to tell me a lot of things. Even I like many of those names were not having any meaning, but it is just the love he used to share with me, and it used to be very random. Like it's not related to a Gaurav or anything. It will start from G. It will end to something else. So even I don't remember exact names because every time it was a new name. But I have this memory like in my in the regular days I was like I and my brother. So we were like we are two siblings. So in our regular days it is okay, like we can call anything and kids will come. So that is what we used to do in our childhood days. But in our summer days there used to be a lot of kids. My cousins from my like from my father's side, from my mother's side. So all those cousins used to come to my hometown. So there it is very difficult, and for grandparents it is difficult to remember all those names, right? So at that time, what I realized, he had this trick. He will start something with G, it will end to anything, and I was the only person with the G name, starting name with a G. So I had a lot of nicknames. I don't remember exactly, but yes, this is the story behind why I had a lot of nicknames, especially in my summer holidays. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for your take, and I can relate with you, right? We have names, certain names. Even my name is little difficult, so the old people can't pronounce it, so they will make it something else. And you said your nickname started with G, right? Like they gave some name with G. Similarly, I was given Golu. It's quite popular name in the kind of north, right? You'll find 10 Golus in a village, but it's a good name. Okay, so let's move to the next volunteer who would like to go next. Anyone from online? So, okay, great. So which slide would you like to go with? We have 3 to 14.
Okay, so let's go with 3.
3, okay, we go with the 3. So the topic for you is which childhood toy or game do you wish you still have? What do you?
So it's not about a toy, but yeah, a game. Uh, we we used to live in a remote village in Jharkhand named Shibanshidhar Nagar. It was, and there was around 20 kilometers far from that. That was my maternal grandmother's village. So I used to frequently do up and down from there. So in my Nani's village, that is my maternal grandmother. There was a lot of fields of I don't know what's that called in English. I don't remember actually. So we used to play hide and seek in those fields. There would be really long cornfields, other fields, and some paddy fields also. We were kids, so it was really easy to hide in those. It would take hours for someone to someone to find them. My favorite spot to hide in those were there was a really large well in between those village, and there was around a king cobra that used to live in that well. I used to usually go there. There were a few trees, large trees. I used to hide behind those. I would wait hours for someone to find me there. Till then, I will enjoy till evening. Sometimes till evening, till evening there. But now I wish I had, because now as I either I live in Bangalore, I come to my hometown, say, home in Rajasthan. As you all know, we don't have anything like anything large, those fields and all, anything in Bangalore. Just few lakes, which are also disappearing now. So there's a lake near where I live in Bangalore, Panathur Lake. I still visit to that place because of my those memories of hide and seek of my childhood. So yeah, I really wish we could, like, if you any one of you would like to join me to play hide and seek near some lake, let me know. We can arrange some. Thanks.
Even I have played the hide and seek. But in the childhood, we used to call like chupa chupai, right? And as you mentioned, right now, if somebody is like hiding somewhere that we can't find, we just like leave it the game. I mean, go back, let him let him hide. And also, when I first like came to know about hide and seek, right? Like some people talking about hide and seek. I thought like the person is talking about the biscuit. I don't know like it's like chupa chupai. Right? That was a confusion for me, but later I got to know about it. Okay, so we can move to the next volunteer.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Can someone help guide me? That itself will
So
let us
we-
click on start. It will show.
So we have a slide from 4 to 14. Which one would you like to take?
4.
Okay, we can go with the 4. I don't need to ask, right? I can go with like serial wise. So the topic is: did you ever try to run away from home as a child? What happened?
Okay. Thank you for that. I think this is the toughest one in the lot what you have. Did I ever try to run away from home? Yes. Not really run away from home. Thanks a lot, because imagine like Prasang, if my parents thought, okay, he has run away, okay, let him be wherever he is, he'll come back. That would have been very dangerous. But nevertheless, I have had this thought. So a couple of instances I remember is at least during my school times, I used to be very good at studies. I used to come like either first rank or second rank most of the times until my plus two at least. Then I think I really started playing around, enjoying life maybe. But there are times when certain papers I don't score well. I will be like really scared or embarrassed to face my parents, my dad especially, and then I'll think like, oh, let me try to run away to either cousin's home or somewhere and avoid going home altogether. And then second instance is whenever there's something naughty, those days at least in my school there was a practice that they will write, the teacher will write on a white paper what the person did, and you need that to get it signed from your dad or mom, preferably dad. So once there was this incident where I was just funnily in a fun manner, a couple of friends, we were just throwing stones at each other. And we are just dodging. Okay, if it, we never thought like we are pretty young. Like if it hits somebody else, it can even cause bleeding. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. I was just throwing the stone, and then some came on the way. It hit the head and really started bleeding. And I got so scared, and then I was called to the principal's room, and then everybody was shocked. Oh, I thought you are the studious one. Now what is happening? They really started scolding me very badly, and then of course the letter from the principal himself that you have to get inside from your dad. It was one very bad day in my school days. I really thought of running away, but thank God I didn't do that. And of course, please don't run away. There's always solution for all these things. Yeah, thank you. And back to you.
Thanks. You know, I think in childhood, like we all had this parents like pressure, like to score like a good marks, and if not, like you'll get beaten and something, right? And so as you mentioned, right, when I used to get bad marks, like it's not like difficult. How can I face my parents? What if they will ask for the like more? So I used to not tell that the result is out there. I'm like, oh, they have not out there.
Announced only.
Yeah. Okay, so that was also fun. Now fun, but that time it was scary. So we can go for the next volunteer. We have
Rajan here.
Rajan here. Yeah. So which one?
Let's go to the next one, I guess.
Okay. Okay. What was your favorite cartoon or TV show growing up?
My favorite cartoon was Digimon at that time. Have you seen Digimon? Anybody? Okay. Digimon, it's a cartoon that is really hard to explain because I still cannot understand what is the concept behind Digimon. So we have, it's like a Pokemon, but you get some special powers to use their Pokemon powers, kind of, you can see. And they keep evolving to a certain level. Like you keep training, and after some good adventure and good fighting, and every time, like you'll think, like in Dragon Ball Z, there is an end now. You cannot defeat your villain, your competitor. At the end, they keep evolve to their highest form, and they will be like very powerful super being or something. And finally, they defeat it. Okay, I think Pranali knew. She, I think, raised hands.
I think maybe for next day we'll come.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it was one of my favorite cartoon. Again, with keep with competition with all of the Dragon Ball Z, Tom and Jerry, and what was Ben 10, all keep coming at the same time. So I would say Digimon is, I think people forget. So yeah, that's my favorite, one of my favorite. Thank you.
Thanks. You know, so whenever somebody talk about the cartoons, I just leave the conversation. The reason is I don't watch cartoon. I directly started with the movies. Okay. You had like Pranali, you had raised your hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So which slide would you like to go with? We have from 6 to 14.
Okay, I'll go with 14. Like we have 14, right?
Right, we have.
Okay.
Okay, so the topic for you is what is the sweetest memory you have with your parents or grandparents from your childhood? 40.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasan, for this title. So whenever I think about the sweetest memory that I have with my parents or my grandparents during my childhood period, it would be the time during our summer vacation when my grandparents would take us all for the trip. Like we are sibling of three, so and I have my close cousins. They were two, so we five of us. We used to get into be a team, and my grandpa and my grandma, we all used to go for trips, and they used to take us on their shoulder one by one on turn, and there used to be one a temple which used to be filled with water, and he used to take us through that whole lane, and we used to take like darshan of that temple, and we used to come out, and during that period we used to have a lot of fun because after on the way we used to have our lunch, that too into the in someone else's farm, and we used to pick the mango, like the unripe mangoes, and we used to make pickle out of it. And we used to play hide and seek, as Shwet mentioned, like in those fields. And this was the time where we used to forget about all the stress. Anyway, we didn't used to have much of it during our childhood period, but still, that was the like very valuable time which I had with my grandparents. And yeah, that's it from my. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we all have like some stories with our parents and grandparents. My grandparents used to bring a lot of like sweets from the markets. So I remember that those moments. Can we go with John? One more? Yeah, John. John, you want to give it a try?
I
think
guess
I'm.
Avinash put his hand up before me.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
I've just put in right now. Sure.
That's okay. Yeah, we can have. Okay. Sure. Yeah. So which slide would you like to go with? We have 6 to 30.
I'll just 1 second. I'll
You are not
choose.
visible for us.
Yeah.
Yes, visible now. So which slide would you like to go with?
Um, I'll choose something. 14 is done, right?
Yeah, right. It is done.
Um, I'll do 13 then.
Okay, yeah. So the topic for you is when you were a kid, did you ever believe in funny things like monsters under the bed or the tooth fairy? Over to you.
And as a kid, I wasn't really concerned about monsters under my bed, and tooth fairies were not really a thing that my parents told me about. But then, uh, yeah, I remember there was this belief that absolutely terrified me. Uh, I was convinced that if you swallowed a fruit, a seed, a tree would grow inside your stomach. My older cousins had painted vivid pictures. They had said that the vines would start creeping up the throat, it would sprout out of your ears, and eventually fruits would pop out of your belly button or something. I remember the day. It was when I was around 6, 7. I was in a balcony and I accidentally ate a watermelon seed. Like I was completely terrified. My heart stopped. I could feel the like roots trickling up my insides. I ran crying to my mom, completely convinced I was about to become the neighborhood's human tree. Like the look on my mom's face was pretty like it was a mix of trying to console me and the hilarity of it, the desperation to like hold back the laughter. No consolation helped. No tree ever grew, but that memory, it reminds me sometimes the funniest and like the most colorful, vivid beliefs are not about monsters outside. It's the garden that we grow inside. Thank you.
John, if you would like to go for it, yes, we can have one more.
Definitely, I would love to.
Okay. So we have a slide from 6 to 12.
I'll go with 7.
7. Okay. This one, right? So this is slide 7. The topic is, did you ever get into trouble for something you did not do as a child? Over to you.
Something that I didn't do and got into trouble was never the case. because I was the one who always used to do the naughtiest things possible and get into trouble. I can recall one of the incidents. So for Christmas, usually what we do in our hometown is we all gather together and make a crib. The crib is basically the kind of a place which is for Jesus Christ's birth. It's a replica of how it was. So for this, we use these grass, like how our president was mentioning, Sharath was mentioning about the haystack. So similar kind of grass material that we get it, that is what we make to use to make the crib. So there was this one time when I was in my ninth standard. So we all gathered, my cousins and friends from my hometown, and then we were going out to get these. So I come from a place called Coimbatore. There is an airport. So we went near the airport. We found out some good grasses, and then one of the kid, my friend, he peeped into the airport and he could see a lot of this grass which was there. And me being the naughtiest one, I climbed over the airport wall. It was not too high, so we climbed over it and then went inside the airport near the runway, started cutting these with the sickles and stuff. And then all of a sudden, we can hear the siren sound, which was basically people monitoring from the ATC coming on the runway to catch us. And then we just laid down on the uh, grass and then trying to hide ourselves. This was one of the brilliant memories that I can recollect always for the naughtiest things that I have done and being caught. That's it. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Okay, so this is the last topic, and I'd like to close this session with my childhood memory, one of the memory which I always remember. So I had parents quite strict, right? So, and I mean, they were always like, no, study, 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 right? And not letting us to play. So we used to kind of sneak out, right? Whenever they are busy somewhere, gone somewhere, we used to go out and play with the friends. So my father, when he used to he used to come, he has a bike. Like we had like next level fear, right, from him. So whenever he used to come, we used to like hear his bike voice, and then from there we will recognize that okay, this is my father bike voice, right? And we used to like run back and reach home. So I mean, this is something I still remember. This is not funny, but it used to terrify us when we were child, right? So yeah, this is the one of the childhood story which I would like to share. And with this, I'd like to end this session. I would like to thanks everyone for taking part. I mean, it was a wonderful segment, and I would like to hand over the meeting to our Toastmaster of the day, Pranay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prasan, for ending your session with a personal touch by sharing your own childhood memory. That was really nice of you for sharing that. So, with that, we are now coming to the end, and let's just start with the evaluations. And for that, I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Gaurav to share his evaluation for speech given by Avinash. Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. I have a first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Avinash for completing his educated speech. I have a very small question for everyone. Does anyone remember what was the title of the speech? Avinash and Pranali need not to answer. Yeah, Shwet.
Try to draw a purple tree out of imagination. Purple.
Correct. I'm getting different answers. One answer was it was very long. That was the feeling which I had. That's why I asked Pranali specifically to ping that title separately. So the title was The Freedom to Draw Purple Tree and the Murder of Masterpiece. When I heard that, I missed the last second part. I just remembered purple tree and something else. And I was quite surprised. But frankly speaking, I am wonderstruck the way it turned out, and finally the strong message which came out of it, which was be brave, be bold, and don't regret. Right. So this is what I felt from his whole story and the speech, and Avinash, this was a very brilliant idea and thought, and I felt most of us resonate with that. There were many good, along with this very strong message, there were many good things in your speech today. One was the drawing which you had, the props basically, the drawing, the white paper, the way you were like showing that, and you use a ball in between, ball or balloon. I'm not sure of that, but yes, the usage of props is very rare, which I have seen in our club speeches. So it's a very good idea which you did, and since your speech was related to imagination and the child, and our today's theme was also related to that, I think it was a very great inclusion. As part of your today's speech objective, you showed very like your hand gestures, your facial expression were top notch. The way you were showing like when you were talking about imagination, at that time your facial expression and your eyes were very wider, and it was a great reflection how we should use our non-verbal cues to increase impact of our speeches. And another thing, like your vocal variety was also very good. Time when you were speaking about murder and all those things, that expression was very and it was very relevant to the topic as well. And in your speech, you use good English language as well, and you use word of the day, so that was very good thing. Another good thing was you used a very good story, and that story was related to the quality group and the quantity group, and that is why I still remember the message which you wanted to share with us. So it's a very good thing when we include story and we ask a couple of questions to the people, because it gives us some time to reflect and relate to the story. There are a couple of areas of improvement which I want to share here. One was your speech was 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So you had time till like 5 to 7 minutes was the allowed time. So you would have utilized it like you were short with the time, I would say. Another one, when you are saying about the group, two different groups, you would have used stage properly. I know you are in the online setting and the view is very small, but when you are talking about two groups, you can just turn faces, go here and there. So it would have been very nice. And the third one, it was good that you included few questions in your speech, but I felt you would have given little bit more time to the people with some pauses or some reflection, or just by talking to the audience member. Because when you do that, then people relate more with your story. They become part of your story. So if you add that part in your story, I think you are going to do wonders in your next speech. One challenge I want to add to you, add to your next speech is, I request you to deliver your speech in person, okay, and use stage properly, and please try to utilize the time which is allowed for your speech. Once you challenge yourself with these couple of things, I think we are going to experience a different wonder, and people will be wonderstruck with your delivery. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that elaborated evaluation. So now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sharad to share his evaluation for the speech given by Toastmaster Rajan. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharad.
Thank you so much. And firstly, I would like to congratulate Rajan for your successful completion of L3P1 speech. And I would really like to say that I enjoyed the title of the speech itself. It says Peeling the Apple. And I was, of course, wonderstruck by the way you have utilized the technology for your speech, because that was the primary objective of your today's speech. The way you utilized technology, that is the way how you utilized the slides. I really enjoyed the way how you utilized it. Especially the slides itself had variety. Some slides was only some certain wording, some slides had certain images, some slide had graph that showed pictorial information or statistics. That was really wonderful, because that actually resonates with what your actual project for today is. Other than that, I really enjoyed the way you were interacting with the crowd. You started itself with interaction, and not only just interaction, but also asking certain questions and waiting for response from the crowd. That is also a very nice way to keep the crowd engaged and to make sure that they are connected with whatever you are saying, right? That I really enjoyed. And then in the body language, I have both positives and certain things I felt there were some issues. I like the way how you are utilizing the space. You went to the projector, you are pointing some things out there. You are still looking at everybody, even sometimes online as well. But there were certain body languages like sometimes you're looking at the floor for a longer time or ceiling for some more longer time. And when it comes to your hand gestures as well, so for sometimes it used to feel a bit more non-expressive, and for certain times it was expressive. So you had certain good aspects of body language, certain aspects I felt could have improved. And of course, I think your speech had certain good humor as well. That also was something that really connects with the audience. How you were taunting at Apple or some of the Apple users, and then giving some funny examples and showing us certain funny pictures. That was really good, and we were really able to connect. And there was certain good word usage as well. This pet peeve, that's something I'm not so exposed to before. That was really nice. You used certain words like abomination of design when you showed on certain. That really shows how expressive you were. And one thing I felt was in your voice modulation, it was sounding a bit flat. I think you had some throat irritation or something also, but
like fully flat poker face, but in between I laughed.
yeah. So maybe a bit more voice modulation and then certain pauses you can incorporate as well. Certain things, you just have a dramatic pause and then you suddenly start something that will be really great, I felt. And the word of the day I could not catch. If you had, I think you could have used a word of the day, that would have been better. And something I would like to really challenge you for the next time is try to give your speech outside the club. In a larger gathering maybe, but I would really appreciate you taking the effort to deliver it in person. Overall, it was a wonderful experience, and congrats once again. And that's all from my end. Back to you, Pranali, to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharath, for detailed evaluation. And I hope that will be helpful for our speech takers. Yeah. So now moving ahead, I would like to present my grammarian report. I've noted it in my notepad. I'll share it with you all in the chat after the session. So what I observed is that the word of the day was used by Avinash in his speech once. Rajan missed it, so it I didn't heard usage of that word by Rajan, and Gaurav have used once during his evaluation, and Sharath have used once during his evaluation again, and it was used by me once. I encourage everyone to please use word of the day more, so that will be like aware of more new words and can be utilized in our day-to-day life. And there were many good usage of new words like graping and connoisseur, revolution, and there were few mistake in the formation of the sentences which I've noted. In kind of north can be said as up north or to the north, and those memories from it can be framed in this manner. And yeah, there were pretty good usage of phrases as well, like garden that we grow inside, and many other. So yeah, that's it from my end as a grammarian. And I would now like to call upon stage Toastmaster Sharat to present his timer reports. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharat.
Yeah, thank you, Pranali, for that. And as per timings, just to quickly sum up, right, we have unfortunately had three disqualifications. So the first speech by Avinash, it took only 4 minutes 44 seconds. As Gaurav already pointed out, could have utilized at least 5 to 7. And Rajan slightly went over time. It was 8 minutes and 7 seconds. The max allowed with plus 30 is 7 minutes 30 seconds. Happy to say that in the table topics, all qualify at least with the plus 30 seconds. I'll quickly read out table topic 1 by Gaurav. First table topic Gaurav, 1 minute 36 seconds. Shwet took 2 minutes 22 seconds. Sharath, myself, took exactly 2 minutes 22 seconds. Rajan took 1 minute 25 seconds. Pranali took 1 minute 35 seconds. Avinash, 1 minute 50 seconds. And John took 1 minute 50 seconds. And in evaluation, evaluator 1. Gaurav took 4 minutes and 30 seconds over time. And Sharath, myself, exactly dot 3 minutes 30 seconds. Slightly risky, but yeah. That's all from the timer report side. And back to you, Pranav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharad. Yeah. Now I would like to call upon stage John for presenting his counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster John.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pranali. There were a lot of filler words today. I was unfortunately not able to hear myself, and then I have not put in my name. But then I would be pasting this on the chat for everyone to refer. Great job done by Avinash and Rajan, especially for their prepared speeches. It was very good, except for the pauses and the stretches of word, Avinash. Apart from that, when I say pauses, there are certain unwanted pauses that I could feel, which is also kind of a filler activity, right? Though we could use pauses to reduce our filler words, long pauses and so on can be reduced. Similarly for Rajan as well, Toastmaster Rajan in his speech, and then a repetition of few words were also there in your speech. Uh, Gaurav had a lot of and usage in his speech. Apart from that, the results are over here. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you so much, John. Yeah. So as we are to the end of today's session, I can't help but feel that we have truly lived our theme. That is, those were the days. From prepared speech to impromptu stories, each one of us have shared our pieces of our childhood memories that reminded us about the joy and the innocence from our childhood. So I would like to end this with one quote that was quoted by Dr. Sisu, which says, "Sometimes you will never know the value of movement until it becomes a memory." And today we have created memories together that we will cherish after this meeting as well. So with that, I would like to hand over back to our President Sharad.
Yeah, thank you so
Over
much,
to you.
Toastmaster of Day, Pranali. And I'd like to quickly request Shwet if we could have the voting links for today. Are they
Yeah,
ready?
sure. Let me share.
Sure, sure. Meanwhile, while Shwet is sharing that, any comments or any suggestions, comments,
Yeah,
anything you would like to
yeah, yeah.
share?
I have something
Yeah,
to share.
yeah, sure. Please.
Yeah. So regarding Avinash fear of growing trees inside his stomach, Avinash, that's not like it's a false claim. You can grow trees, but maybe not inside your stomach. But sometimes it happens that your windpipe also opens when you are eating something really small. And your windpipe, your lungs make really good environment for any trees, any sapling to grow inside. It There have been cases where there was some seeds that have grown inside some people's nose, lungs, and their windpipe. So you might be right to be terrified of the seeds.
Thank you so much, Shwet, for sharing that, and thank you for scaring some of us still, though we are adults. Now, I think we have the voting link available on the chat. If we could quickly utilize the time to vote for your favorite role takers, speakers, evaluator, etc.
Yeah, please let me know if I have missed something.
No, no, I think it is
Great
fine for
extra.
me. Just going to the report. Yeah, I think I have submitted. Meanwhile, while others are voting, I just wanted to say that really enjoyed today's theme, especially with a lot of childhood memories that came back to mind and things like that. That was really wonderful and nice to hear from others some of your childhood experiences as well. Anyone wants to share any other childhood experience or wonderful memory before we have the result announced?
I think everyone's probably experienced drawing their walls at your home. I remember
Yes.
me being the naughty kid who, like, uh, and me and especially my sister, she'd like drop entire walls, fill them with whatever cartoons she's watched in.
Oh, nice.
I would
Nice.
say drawing walls is still constructive thing.
Yeah.
But how badly you can use a pencil is another thing which I have done. So it was like tearing the sofas.
Oh my God. Oh.
And
Right.
I think after that activity for one day we got good beating and we did not get our toys to play and it was again summer vacation time. So me, my brother and my cousins, we were locked up in a room because we were not doing our holiday homework.
Okay.
And, because of frustration, we did work for some time, but because of frustration, we started using pencil for these kind of activities, and we literally tear the sofa.
Oh,
It was
God.
not usable for next season, till next season, because in my place, carpenters and all those people are not readily available. So we had to wait for the next season to get it fixed.
Oh my God. That's good. One another thing I remember was I used to have a lot of good hobbies back then. I used to have something called as feather collection. So the birds, because so many birds used to visit our place. I used to get different birds feathers. I used to identify with the help of teachers which bird's feather is that, and then I used to mark it, and then I used to stick it to the pages. It would have been a really great if I'm able to find that, I get that back. I really remember almost one full book I had of a different collection of feathers from different birds. I had taken it to school also, and even they were awestruck actually by teachers, and they were wonderstruck. Yeah. Like, oh, such a great collection. And then similarly, I used to have coin collection and stamp collection. Luckily, those I still have as prized possession. And I used to have something called as a sticker collection as well. Those days there were some chewing gums through which you get different stickers. Some were giving trump cards, etc.
Black hats.
Yeah, I used to like do that, like whether it is Captain America, whether it is cricketers related stickers. I used to have a nice book of different collection of stickers as well. And I used to also collect matchbox pictures, like certain matchboxes. It used to have very nice different type of pictures. That also was amazing collection I used to have. Various years, sometimes year we mentioned.
Also that we used to play.
Yeah, so it is cold drink cap. We used to collect that also.
Oh, right.
So we used to exchange with that. So one cap will have 5 bundles. If you have one cap, you can get 5 bundles from somebody else. So that was more expensive currency.
Yeah. So, Shweta, do we have the results handy? Maybe we can share the screen and.
You are on mute.
All right. So we do
We
have
have
the best speech. Rajan, apple of my eyes. Apple of my eyes?
that was I
Peel off the apple.
Sarcasm of the.
Peel the
Yeah.
apple.
But yeah, anyways,
that
yeah,
was
my
my
best congrats, Rajan.
Is he
And,
using iPhone or what? Shit.
He was
That's why he
using
said
iPhone,
apple of
right?
my eyes. Huh?
yes.
Adam's apple of.
Yeah, next best role taker, I think it is Pranali, right? Pranali for TM model. Congrats, Pranali, for the and for the best auxiliary role taker, we have John, our counter. Thank you. Thanks for providing us. Thanks, Shalvi Club, for support. And for the best table topic speaker, John.
Nice.
Yes,
Oh, that's
John.
great. You got into trouble for something you didn't do. That's great. Congrats once again, John, and thanks for the wonderful support from Shelby Talk. And I would like to, before concluding, I would like to quickly thank all of you once again for coming together and keeping the session great and colorful. And please do try to spread the word about the club and try to get more of your friends to attend the sessions. And of course, our milestone event is going to come up soon, and I have a meeting today with our India Managing Director Ricardo about what could be done and even about the future of the club as well. So keeping my fingers crossed, and please do look out for some communication about that. It is going to come up soon, and we are also planning a linkers meet with Amadeus Club. Let's see if we can plan for the Amadeus Club linkers meet sometime shortly. And with that, we are anyway overshot the time. But nevertheless, hope all of you had a great time and all of you were awestruck and
Wonderstruck.
wonderstruck. Exactly. I don't know why I keep switching between awestruck and wonderstruck, but yes. Thanks everyone once again, and here I officially conclude the 149th session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Sharath, a quick question, right, if I may.
Yeah, sure, please.
In the auxiliary roles, why is it only the timer and the R counter being considered? Don't you consider the grammarian as well?
Okay, yes, but today we didn't have. Oh, yeah, correct.
Pranali was a
This
grammarian
could have
as well.
added, yeah, correct. I think
Yeah,
we
that I had
got that
forgot.
missed. Yeah, we got
Just-
that missed
just
because
a thought.
officially, yeah, thank you. Thanks for noticing. Sorry for that, Pranali, that you got missed.
It's
but,
okay.
yeah,
It
I
was a
think-
good grammarian report and a great word of the day as well. And
Yeah, correct,
awestruck,
correct.
wonderstruck both mean the same.
Yeah,
so
awestruck,
that's
wonderstruck.
where we get confused.
Yeah, correct. Thanks
Great.
for
Thank you all.
Pranali
pointing that
forgot.
out. Yeah, thank you.
It's
Thanks,
all
everyone.
learning, Shwet, so don't worry. It's all learnings. We do mistakes and then we learn. And that's the best part
that's-
about Toastmasters that I have always felt.
Yeah.
Yes, great catch also, John, by the way. Thank you. Thanks.
Been an SAF for 2 terms, so
Thank you. Wonderstruck and awestruck by your observation.
cool.
Thanks,
Thank you all.
everybody.
Bye. Cheers.
Thank you all. Bye.